Chosen one, stop for a moment and listen closely. This is not a random season. The warfare around you didn't just appear, it was sent, but not to destroy you. No, God is using this very storm to announce you to realms that once ignored your name. You've been wondering, why me? Why this intensity? But heaven says, because you carry what others don't. Have you ever felt like your life suddenly became a battlefield? Friends turning distant, doors closing, peace disappearing overnight? It's as if everything you once trusted began to collapse, and you thought, Lord, what did I do wrong? Chosen one, this isn't punishment. It's proof that heaven has marked you for a higher unveiling. Every divine announcement begins with disturbance. Before David was known as king, he faced Goliath. Before Joseph wore the robe of honor, he wore the chains of betrayal. You too are standing in that sacred space between hidden preparation and public revelation. The pain you feel is the sound of destiny knocking. Stay with me to the end of this message, because before this teaching is over, you'll understand why this battle was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal you. Speech balloon comment. I'm ready for my divine announcement. If this word resonates with your spirit, and don't forget to like and share so other chosen ones can find this truth. Chosen one, what if I told you that the very people fighting you are part of heaven's plan? That their attacks are not random, but a stage set by God to expose what he placed inside you? Have you noticed how pressure pulls out sides of you that you never knew existed? You pray deeper, discern sharper, think clearer. The more they push, the more your anointing rises. It's not coincidence, it's calibration. Heaven often uses conflict to bring visibility. Think about it. If Joseph's brothers never sold him, Pharaoh would have never discovered him. If Goliath never roared, Israel would have never seen David's courage. The opposition isn't the enemy's victory. It's heaven's announcement system in disguise. Every insult, every lie, every closed door, all are instruments in God's orchestra of revelation. Chosen one, can you sense what's happening? The shaking is your stage being built. Keep watching. I'll show you how to discern when your battle shifts from warfare to announcement. Type "This battle is my announcement" if you believe your storm is about to turn in your favor. Beloved chosen one, hear this mystery. Every spiritual battle operates under a divine law, the law of reversal. What was meant for evil is destined to become your elevation. The same ground where you were buried will become the platform where you rise. Have you been feeling buried, overlooked, and forgotten? It's because God planted you. And when a seed is planted, it disappears for a while. People stop seeing it. But in the unseen soil, transformation is taking place. You're not buried, you're becoming. Do you know why the enemy has been so persistent? Because he senses the reversal coming. Heaven is about to flip the narrative. Pain into purpose, delay into destiny, rejection into redirection. The battle was never about what you lost. It was about what God was preparing to reveal through you. Your enemies are unknowingly advertising your next season. Chosen one, stay alert. The next time you feel pressure, declare this out loud. This is not my end, this is my announcement. Type, "I received divine reversal" in the comments, and let's agree together in faith. Like and share to declare your victory publicly. Chosen one, when heaven places a divine calling on your life, it often allows pressure to reveal what comfort could never produce. You've prayed for elevation, but God understands that elevation requires endurance. Every chosen vessel must go through a refining fire, not because God wants to harm you, but because he's preparing your spirit to carry what ordinary people cannot. You've been asking why the heat won't stop. It's because your anointing is being tested for strength. The enemy wants you to interpret pressure as punishment. But in reality, pressure is God's confirmation that you are close to manifestation. The crushing of your plans is the creation of His purpose. When grapes are crushed, wine is released. When you are pressed, your oil begins to flow. Don't misread the season. The intensity is proof that something greater is forming. Think of Moses, chosen in the wilderness long before the Red Sea opened. Think of Esther, hidden in the palace before she became a queen. None of them knew that their hardship was heaven's preparation for public impact. You, too, are walking a sacred pattern. The pressure is heaven's way of saying, I trust you with visibility. Beloved chosen one, do not despise the fire. It's only burning away what cannot walk into your next season. You are being shaped, molded, and fortified in ways you can't yet see. The silence of heaven is not rejection, it is alignment. When gold is refined, it glows more brightly after the fire. So will you? If this message is stirring something inside your spirit, don't hold it in. Type, I'm ready for my refining, in the comments. Your engagement is your agreement with heaven's timing. Share this word, because someone else needs to be reminded that their pressure is proof of purpose. Chosen one, the rejection you face was never a mistake. It was divine redirection. Every person who walked away, every opportunity that shut in your face, every door that refused to open was part of God's hidden announcement strategy. You thought they left you because you weren't enough, but heaven was actually protecting your unveiling from being contaminated by wrong alliances. When God wants to elevate a chosen vessel, He often first isolates them. That isolation is not loneliness. It is preparation. God removed people who could not handle your next level. The rejection was His way of saying, I'm clearing the stage so when you're revealed, everyone will know it was me who raised you. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out. Remember Joseph again. His brothers rejected him. Yet that rejection became the road to his palace. The same pattern is happening to you. Every time you felt betrayed, you were being moved closer to destiny. Your pain was the push that brought you into your prophetic placement. God used the jealousy of others to advertise the grace on your life. Beloved, take heart. God did not allow you to be overlooked to humiliate you. He did it to protect your timing. The ones who left you will one day witness your unveiling and realize they were part of a prophecy. The very crowd that dismissed you will become the audience to your announcement. Chosen one, lift your hands and declare this aloud. My rejection is my redirection. Drop that in the comments if you believe it. And if this message resonates with your journey, like and share it, because your testimony will awaken another chosen one who feels forgotten. Chosen one, there's a sacred power in divine silence. You've prayed, fasted, and waited, but heaven seems quiet. You keep asking, God, have you forgotten me? Yet the silence of heaven is often the loudest confirmation that something unseen is shifting. When God is silent, He is strategizing. When He hides, He is building. His silence is never absence. It's preparation for a divine reveal. Every great announcement begins in quietness. Before God introduced Jesus to the world, He kept Him hidden for 30 years. Before David's victory over Goliath, he was alone with sheep in the wilderness. You too are in that private season of becoming, where God is shaping your voice, your discernment, and your strength. The silence is His classroom. The danger is misinterpreting silence as neglect. That's what the enemy wants, to make you give up right before your unveiling. But chosen one, listen carefully. When heaven goes quiet, it's because heaven is busy constructing your announcement behind the veil. The longer the silence, the greater the surprise. Do not despise this quiet season. Use it to grow deeper roots in prayer, to sharpen your vision, to guard your heart. The silence is teaching you spiritual discipline, to trust God's movement even when you can't hear his voice. This is how generals of faith are made. Chosen one, lift your spirit and say this out loud. Even in silence, God is speaking for me. Drop that in the comments if you believe your stillness is sacred. Like and share this message to remind someone that divine silence is not a pause, it's a preparation for glory. Chosen one, hear this clearly. Pain is not the evidence that God has abandoned you. It's the signal that he's positioning you. Every wound you've endured, every betrayal you've carried, every sleepless night you cried through has been a sacred classroom where heaven was teaching you endurance. Your pain was never pointless. It was preparation for a platform you could not yet see. The chosen are never trained in comfort. Before Elijah could call down fire, he had to sit by the brook of loneliness. Before Paul wrote the letters that changed nations, he endured the prisons that tested his faith. God is not punishing you with pain. He's preparing your voice to carry healing. Only those who've been through the fire can speak with the authority of survivors. You might say, but this pain is too much. Yet, chosen one, have you not noticed how your discernment sharpened through suffering? How your compassion deepened after heartbreak? Pain teaches what peace cannot. Every trial refined you into a vessel that carries revelation with weight. You're no longer speaking from theory. You're speaking from transformation. The very scars that once embarrassed you will soon become your evidence of survival. God never wastes wounds. He turns them into weapons of testimony. The world is waiting to hear what your pain has taught you. Your story will set others free because it carries oil produced only through pressure. Chosen one, don't despise your scars. They are your credentials in the spirit. Lift your hands and declare, my pain prepared me for a purpose. Drop that in the comments, like this message, and share it with another chosen one who's still in their valley. Let them know the fire will not consume them. It will crown them. Chosen one, you spent seasons being unseen, unheard, and underestimated. But what if I told you that heaven often hides those it intends to honor? The hidden ones are the hand-picked ones. When God conceals you, it's because he's preserving you for a divine unveiling. Don't confuse obscurity with insignificance. You've been kept in secret because your unveiling must carry weight. Think of David tending sheep in isolation. No one knew his name, but God whispered it in the courts of heaven. When Samuel came to anoint a king, David wasn't even invited, yet the oil refused to flow until he appeared. That's you, chosen one. The oil won't rest until it finds you. Even if people overlook you, destiny cannot. Your name is written in the timing of God. This is why your seasons of obscurity have felt so heavy. Heaven's spotlight doesn't rush. God hides you, protect you from premature exposure. If he revealed you too soon, the pressure could crush what he's still perfecting inside you. Your hiding is divine incubation. Seeds don't sprout in sunlight. They grow in darkness first. Soon, your time of unveiling will come. And when it does, no one will question if you're ready, because your preparation will speak for itself. The world will call it sudden, but heaven will call it scheduled. You've been handpicked for a purpose that demands maturity, and this hidden season has been growing your roots deep enough to handle your fruit. Chosen one, stand firm and declare this with authority. I may be hidden, but I'm chosen. Comment those words boldly. Like and share this message to encourage another hidden vessel who thinks God forgot them. Heaven knows your name, and your announcement is near. Chosen one, your greatest battle is not what's happening around you. It's what's happening within you. The mind is the arena where the enemy tries to rewrite your identity. He knows he cannot remove your calling, so he tries to make you doubt it. Every whisper of fear, every wave of insecurity, every thought of quitting is a strategy to make you forfeit what's already yours. When God gives a vision, the first attack comes against your confidence. The enemy plants thoughts like, "You're not ready, you're not enough," or "Maybe you heard wrong." But chosen one, listen carefully. The enemy wouldn't be attacking your mind if your destiny wasn't dangerous. He fears your awakening. He fears the moment you realize that greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. You must guard your thoughts like a soldier guards a fortress. Speak life when fear speaks death. Declare truth when doubt whispers lies. The mind is where announcements are delayed or accelerated. As you align your thoughts with the Word of God, your atmosphere will begin to shift. The moment you agree with heaven's perspective, every demonic illusion begins to crumble. David once said, "Why are you downcast? O my soul, put your hope in God." He talked to himself because he understood that silence gives strength to negative thoughts. You must do the same. Declare daily, "My thoughts belong to God, my peace belongs to God, my destiny belongs to God." Speak it until your atmosphere obeys. Chosen one, type this in the comments. "My mind is my victory ground." Let this be your public declaration that your battle will not break you. Like this message and share it with someone who's been fighting silently in their thoughts. Remind them the war is already won and the announcement is still on schedule. Chosen one, there's a mystery in divine timing. What feels like delay is often protection. You prayed for doors to open, for connections to align, for destiny to manifest, and yet everything seems to move slower than expected. But hear this clearly. God's delays are not his denials. When heaven withholds something, it's because heaven sees what your eyes cannot. Sometimes God must slow you down, protect you from walking into premature platforms. There are blessings that would break you if given too soon. You may not see it now, but those unanswered prayers were divine shields. Heaven has been orchestrating every step, aligning your resources, strengthening your spirit, and refining your motives so that when your announcement comes, you will sustain it. Moses thought his calling had been wasted when he fled to the wilderness, but it was there, in the silence of the desert, that he encountered the burning bush. God delayed his appearance before Pharaoh because he needed to prepare his authority. Chosen one, your wilderness is not wasted time. It's the womb of your commissioning. Beloved, every divine announcement has a gestation period. You cannot rush birth without risking premature delivery. Wait in faith. Trust the rhythm of heaven's clock. What's coming will arrive right on time, not a moment too soon or too late. The stage is being built while you wait. If you receive this truth, declare aloud, "My delay is divine protection." Drop that in the comments and share this message with someone growing weary and waiting. Remind them that heaven's timeline is always perfect, even when it feels painfully slow. Chosen one, betrayal is one of heaven's most painful tools, yet one of its most powerful. You trusted them, you helped them, you loved them, and still they turn against you. But a betrayal was not a setback. It was a signal. Heaven was revealing hearts that couldn't go where you're going. God allowed their disloyalty to push you into destiny. Every great announcement in Scripture was preceded by betrayal. Joseph was betrayed by his brothers before he reached Pharaoh's palace. Jesus was betrayed by Judas before he fulfilled his divine mission. The betrayal didn't stop the promise. It activated it. What they meant for evil became the very road that carried them into purpose. You might feel wounded, but don't waste your pain trying to explain yourself to those who already made up their minds. Silence is your weapon. Let God defend your name while you keep your focus on assignment. You were not betrayed to be broken. You were betrayed to be birthed into visibility. Heaven has been using their rejection as your redirection. One day, the same people who conspired against you will witness your rising and realize they were part of your announcement story. Your endurance will become the evidence that God was with you all along. This is not the end of your narrative. It's the unveiling of your next chapter. Chosen one, declare this now. What betrayed me built me. Comment those words boldly and share this message with someone walking through betrayal. Remind them the betrayal didn't bury them. It birthed them. Chosen one, there comes a sacred moment when heaven makes an announcement and every realm must acknowledge who you are. It doesn't always come with trumpets or crowds. Sometimes it's a divine shift where suddenly what didn't work before begins to align. The same doors that once resisted you start to open without explanation. That's not luck. That's confirmation. You've endured years of silence, pressure, and preparation. Now the oil that's been forming in private is about to speak for you publicly. When heaven confirms a chosen one, no man's opinion can cancel it. God's endorsement will echo louder than any earthly validation. People will start noticing you, not because you changed, but because God decided it's your time. This is where purpose meets recognition. Every battle you fought was a rehearsal for this stage. Every tear watered the ground for your announcement. What you've been carrying is about to be revealed, and no force can stop it. When heaven says, "This is the one," every resistance must bow. Beloved, stay humble when the announcement comes. The same God who lifted you is the one who trained you in obscurity. Don't let applause distract you from assignment. Remember, your rise isn't just for visibility. It's for influence that glorifies God. Chosen one, lift your spirit and declare, "Heaven has confirmed me." If this word resonates with you, type in the comments like this message and share it with your community. Your confirmation season has begun. Walk boldly into it. Chosen one, the loneliness you've been feeling is not punishment, it's mentorship. When heaven isolates you, it's because God desires your undivided attention. There are revelations that can't be heard in noise. The crowd had to fade so that your spirit could be trained in stillness. You've been wondering why certain relationships ended, why invitations stopped, why doors you used to walk through suddenly closed. It's because heaven enrolled you in a private classroom. In isolation, God begins to teach you who you truly are. The opinions of others fall silent, and your identity starts aligning with his voice alone. He strips away every false label, every borrowed identity, every external definition. You begin to hear his whisper saying, "You are mine, and I am training you for nations." The isolation is not emptiness. It's investment. Think of John the Baptist, raised in the wilderness, away from the noise of society. When his time came, he emerged with a voice that shook generations. God hides his messengers to strengthen their message. You may feel forgotten, but you are being fortified. Your roots are going deep so that your fruit will last. Do not rush out of the cave before your character is complete. Isolation is where power matures quietly. You are not missing out. You are being molded. When God finishes with you, even those who ignored you will say, "We knew something was different about them." Chosen one, declare this with confidence. My isolation is my instruction. Comment those words and share this message with someone struggling in their alone season. Let them know silence is not absence. It's heaven's mentorship in progress. Chosen one, you can always tell when a breakthrough is near. The warfare intensifies. Everything feels heavier. Your emotions fluctuate. You face resistance from directions you didn't expect. But listen carefully. That's not coincidence, it's confirmation. The closer you get to manifestation, the louder the enemy becomes. He's fighting you because he senses the sound of your announcement approaching. Do not misinterpret this surge of pressure as defeat. It's the last roar of a losing battle. When labor pains increase, it's a sign the baby is near. You're in spiritual labor right now. Heaven is pushing something out of you that the world needs. The attacks of the enemy's attempt to stop a birth he can no longer prevent. This is where endurance becomes your weapon. Don't retreat when the opposition rises. Press in, pray harder, worship deeper, declare louder. Every moment of resistance is refining your authority. The storm doesn't mean God left you. It means God is with you in a greater dimension. Even Jesus faced intense warfare before resurrection. You are walking that same sacred pattern. When this warfare ends, the same environment that oppressed you will witness your unveiling. Your voice will carry new weight, your name new honor, your spirit new fire. The enemy will regret ever testing you, because all he did was announce your upgrade. Chosen one, type this with faith. This warfare is my confirmation. Like and share this message as a public declaration that your battle is birthing something unstoppable. Chosen one, there comes a point in every battle when heaven initiates an exchange. You've wept long enough. You've endured long enough. And now God begins to trade your ashes for beauty. You may not feel it yet, but something in the spirit has already shifted. The weight is lifting. The old garments of grief are being replaced with robes of glory. You are stepping into divine exchange. You gave God your tears. He's giving you testimony. You surrendered your confusion. He's giving you clarity. You release your losses. He's giving you legacy. Every area where you were emptied is about to overflow. The battle was never about what you lost. It was about what God wanted to fill. The wilderness was simply the pathway to your inheritance. This exchange doesn't happen in noise. It happens in surrender. When you finally stop fighting to understand and start trusting to obey, heaven moves quickly. God is not just restoring what you lost. He's replacing it with something greater. You're not going back to what was. You're advancing to what was always meant to be. Even now, angels are aligning circumstances in your favor. Opportunities that disappeared will reappear under divine timing. The favor that felt delayed will manifest with acceleration. God is not only announcing you, He's reintroducing you with glory. Chosen one, lift your hands and declare this boldly. I receive divine exchange. Drop in the comments, like, and share this message as your prophetic declaration. The exchange has begun. Step into it with faith. Chosen one, every storm carries a secret, a divine reason hidden within its chaos. You may not have understood it while the winds were raging, but now heaven is about to reveal why it had to happen. The battles you faced weren't random. They were orchestrated lessons, carefully arranged to awaken something powerful inside you. You thought the storm came to destroy you, but it came to deliver you into destiny. When God sends a storm, it's never without purpose. He allows the waves to rise so your faith can rise higher. He lets certain things be shaken so that what remains will stand unshakable. Every disappointment was a doorway. Every heartbreak was an instruction. The storm wasn't punishment. It was divine transportation, moving you from comfort to calling. Remember Jonah. It took a storm to reroute him back to his divine assignment. The same God who allowed the winds to roar also prepared the calm to restore. And beloved chosen one, that's exactly what's happening to you now. Your storm is coming to an end, not because it was meaningless, but because it accomplished its purpose. You've been refined, redirected, and realigned. Now that the reason is being revealed, peace will return. What once confused you will begin to make sense. You'll look back and say, if that storm hadn't happened, I wouldn't be who I am today. God never wastes suffering. He converts storms into stages for His glory to shine through you. Chosen one, declare with conviction, my storm had a reason. Type it boldly in the comments and share this message with someone still in their storm. Let them know that clarity is coming, and the same storm that shook them will soon announce them. Chosen one, there comes a divine moment when heaven says, enough hiding, it's time. That's the season you're stepping into now. You've been faithful in the shadows, consistent in the unseen places, obedient in the silence. Now the curtain is lifting. The same God who trained you privately is about to reveal you publicly. This is the moment when visibility meets purpose. You will notice doors opening that were once bolted shut. You'll meet people who are divinely assigned to help you rise. It won't be by your effort. It will be by God's orchestration. When heaven announces a chosen one, no man can silence the sound. Those who once ignored you will begin to take notice, not because you sought their attention, but because heaven placed a light on you that cannot be dimmed. But listen closely, visibility is not validation, it's assignment. You are being elevated for impact, not applause. Every word you speak, every move you make, every platform you stand on carries weight. You are stepping into your divine function to influence atmospheres and awaken others to their purpose. That is why the battle was so intense. It was training for this very season. Be mindful of pride and distraction. The stage is a sacred place. Stay grounded in the same humility that sustained you in obscurity. Visibility is not the reward. Obedience is. If you keep your eyes on God, He will expand your influence beyond imagination. Chosen one, lift your hands and decree, I'm stepping into divine visibility. Comment below and share this with another rising voice. This is your revealing. Heaven is about to announce you. Chosen one, the heavens keep record of endurance. Every tear you've cried, every silent night you've endured, every time you chose faith instead of fear, heaven noticed. God saw when you kept serving despite the exhaustion. He saw when you forgave without receiving an apology. And now, the time has come for heaven to honor your endurance. Endurance is not just surviving. It's trusting when you don't understand. It's continuing when quitting would have been easier. The chosen ones are built in long seasons of perseverance because their calling requires capacity. You had to learn to stand firm when everything around you was falling apart. That was your training for kingship. You may have thought God was ignoring your pain, but He was counting every step of your obedience. Every time you said yes when it hurt, you were writing your legacy in the Spirit. Heaven's reward for endurance is visibility with authority. You're not just being announced, you're being honored. The crown doesn't go to the talented, it goes to the faithful. And beloved, you have been faithful. You didn't quit when others did. You didn't compromise when others folded. That's why this season is turning. God is not just promoting you, He's vindicating you before those who doubted your resilience. Chosen one, say this aloud. My endurance is being honored. Type it below and let your agreement echo through faith. Like and share this message to remind another weary soldier that their endurance has been seen and their reward is near. Chosen one. Every battle has a turning point, a moment when the same situation that once oppressed you suddenly begins to serve you. That's what heaven calls a prophetic reversal. You're standing at the edge of one right now. Everything that was working against you is about to work for you. The tables are turning. The narrative is shifting. God is rewriting the story in your favor. You see, the enemy underestimated what your pain would produce. He thought the fire would destroy you, but it refined you. He thought isolation would silence you, but it deepened your voice. He thought rejection would break you, but it redirected you. Now the same fire that burned you will light your path forward. The same people who mocked you will witness your rising and say, surely the hand of God is upon them. Prophetic reversals happen suddenly. One moment Joseph was a prisoner. The next, he was standing before Pharaoh as a ruler. One day David was a fugitive hiding in caves. The next, he was being crowned as king. You too are entering that divine moment of suddenly. The chains that held you are snapping. The system that resisted you is now recognizing you. This is divine justice in motion. Chosen one, lift your hands and declare, my story is being reversed by fire. Drop it in the comments, and share this word. You're no longer the victim of your story. You're the victor being written into prophecy. Chosen one, heaven does not whisper your name when it's time. It announces it. This is that day. You've been in a hidden season for so long that even you started to wonder if God forgot your file. But hear this clearly. Your name has just been spoken in divine boardrooms. God has mentioned you among kings. Angels have been dispatched with instructions bearing your assignment. Heaven is announcing you. This announcement is not about fame. It's about fulfillment. God is unveiling you to the world because your voice, your gift, your calling carries a solution the world needs right now. You were concealed until the right time, but now the trumpet is sounding in the spirit, and it's your name that echoes. The delay wasn't denial, it was divine timing. Be ready for unusual recognition. People will begin to call, opportunities will locate you, and platforms will open unexpectedly. It won't be your networking, it will be God's announcement. You won't have to chase it. It will find you. Just as Samuel anointed David in the presence of his brothers, God is about to announce you in the same places where you were once overlooked. Chosen one, say this with authority. Heaven is announcing me now. Write it boldly in the comments. Share this prophetic word and watch how God uses your obedience to unlock your next level. Chosen one, this is the moment heaven crowns your endurance. The warfare wasn't wasted. The waiting wasn't in vain. You have passed through the fire and come out refined. Now, the King of Glory is placing a crown on your spirit, the crown of purpose, authority, and favor. You are stepping into your royal identity. Every chosen one goes through a divine coronation, a spiritual recognition that the season of proving is over and the season of reigning has begun. You're not who you were when the battle started. You've been transformed, strengthened, and anointed for greater works. This is not just an announcement, it's an enthronement. Heaven is saying, take your place. Your influence will stretch beyond borders. Your voice will shake nations. The very areas where you were wounded will become your areas of wisdom. The oil on your life now carries power to heal, to deliver, and to uplift others. You've been chosen not to boast, but to bless. Not to dominate, but to demonstrate the glory of God. So lift your head high, beloved chosen one. The crown fits you now. The same battle that tried to bury you became the throne that will carry you. The announcement is complete. The angels are rejoicing, and heaven's decree is final. You've been approved, appointed, and anointed. Type this final declaration with fire. My coronation has come. I reign with purpose. Share this with someone else who has endured their own battle. Let them know the war was the making of the crown.